चलते रहे हम उम्मीद पे, डरना नहीं इस खेल से, बढ़ना है हमने जीत से, सपने जी ले अपने दिल से। कभी जीतना कभी हारना, कभी डूबना कभी तैरना, फिर भी तू हिम्मत ना हार। आगे अपनी जीत है, जागे ये उम्मीद है, जीवन का ये गीत है, तारे चमक रहे हैं। आगे अपनी जीत है, जागे ये उम्मीद है, जीवन का ये गीत है, सबके दिल में है पाकिस्तान।
Wow, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, today over here in the studios, we have with us Mr. Junaid Iqbal, who happens to be a musician, a singer himself. Hello, assalamu alaikum, and a very warm welcome.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining us.
This was a brilliant performance, and
Thank
especially to come back, and open the segment. This was amazing. Let us know about the song itself. Did you write it? How this is sort of, I want to say, patriotic. Where did it come from?
Well, I was friends with the son of Salman Ahmed from Junoon band, Shahzad and Imran, and we were jamming, and we met in 2018 right after the elections. So we were jamming, and we just realized that we had a chemistry. So after that, we sort of formed a band called Jeem.
Nice.
And they're right now in New York. Shahzad is actually watching me live on.
Oh, that's wonderful. And Shahzad, so you guys did a great job, because this is a song which was actually produced by Jeem, the band.
Yeah, and Shahzad wrote the song, and he came up with the melody while he was in Lahore. So we thought, we should do this. And it was a good song.
You did justice to it.
Yeah,
and it's wonderful. But for you, I'm going to actually make you think about going back in time when you weren't actually a member of the Jeem, the band as well.
Yeah.
So I want you to actually let everybody know, when did you actually started to sing, when did you actually started to play guitar, who inspired you, all of these things, because this is for the very first time that you're on national television. And we over here, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that we promote talented people, and that we have been doing it for the last 7 years.
It goes back a long time back. I think when I was in school at a very early age, I used to do the Qaumi Tarana national anthem in the assembly. And then from there, obviously, in the 14th August, Allama Iqbal Day, I was in Oman. I was born and brought up there. So wahan pe we used to sing patriotic songs on national days. And then from there, once I heard Junoon's album Inqilab, so it just blew my mind away. And that's where my passion for music started. And I started learning a bit of guitar from there, and mostly was singing. I just really loved Ali Azmat's vocals and all that stuff, and Salman's compositions. Yeah, so from there my journey started. And it's been a long journey, sort of, then life happened, stopped playing music much. And then, when I came back to Pakistan recently, around up to it's like 3-4 years. So, I had some compositions written, so I thought, I'll just record them. And of course, with Shahzad and Imran, I formed a band as well. So, yeah.
And now is the time. So, since you've taken inspiration from Mr. Ali Azmat Bhatt Sahab, so if you're out there, you've definitely produced a lot of musicians over in Pakistan and all over the world, and you've been an inspiration, not even to just musicians, I think people like me as well. He's a great guy. Yeah. So are we going to listen to something from Junoon as well?
Yeah, sure. I could play Tara Jala or Nare Na from...
I think we'll go with Pick a Finger.
This one.
Nare Na.
Okay. All right. रंगों में तू दिल से बुला सांसों में तू दिल से ना जा पास आने दे मुझे जीने दे मुझे नैनों के पास नारे ना नारे ना मोह nare na, nare na, mohe meet na mane. खामोशी की लहरें हवा में न ठहरे आ गीतों की लय को बढ़ा तन्हाए मन है कोई खालीपन है कैसे हो पूरी ये ख्याला रंगों में तुम हो ख्यालों में तुम हो न जाने तू है कहाँ
Wow, yeah.
Amazing. I'm in love with your vocals, man. This was amazing. But Junaid, I'm going to talk about something. Let's talk about Pakistani audience. Now, you said you came back and picked up music after a hiatus of a few years.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you think Pakistani people receive Pakistani artists and whatever they produce?
I think it's a bit hard to come into the industry at first, but you know, once you have a hit or you're recognized by people, I think the audience really love you a lot for your work. And
is there a certain or a specific genre that a major audience goes after?
Well, the music scene has changed a lot. I think when I was growing up, obviously in the 90s, Junoon, Vital Signs, Awaz, Karwan, all these rock bands were there.
Of course.
Now, if you look at it, there are not many rock bands. You know, they're more kind of a soft pop or soft rock bands, and also a lot of covers are coming in. You know, from the previous artists. You know, so not much of original music is being produced, and at the same time, it's more like, you know, a bit you know, westernized music. You know, it's like.
I think it's serving the larger audience and not specifically.
Yeah,
catering
but
to
the music
Pakistani.
has changed a lot. I don't think, you know, the music we were listening in the 90s, you know, the young generation listens to it a lot. You know, they have a different taste of music. So it's
well,
just.
I still have that on my playlist, so I don't think. But yes, you're right. If once you've heard it, you're never, of course, going to like other things.
I think I've got a disagreement over here. It's because of the fact that we have, for example, Noori came out with the song recently as well. We have Strings. Strings just came out with their latest release as well, and latest albums and releases. And you know, whenever they're performing, you know, they have massive crowds to themselves as well. So it's probably about hitting the right notes. Whichever genre it may probably be, people need to like it. People need to listen to it with their, you know, I think having a heart to actually listen to all of that as well. Because when you see these people performing on stage, I've seen them, I work with them very closely as well. And I know, man, that they're going in the right direction. But yes, you're right. When we talk about Asim Azhar, when we talk about this new guy, I've forgotten the name as well. He's from Islamabad and he's been on our show as well. Well, okay, whenever I'm going to remember the name, I'm obviously going to let you know as well. Then we have Habib Malik, then we have Umair Jaswal, then we have Uzair Jaswal. I think that these are the people who've definitely changed the dynamics of the industry. But yes, with modern music, I think what these people need to do is to actually have a combination of their vocals and then have a synchronized you know, beat, or probably with something which is very western and local as well. What do you have to say about that? Because we've seen a lot of fusions happening recently as well in the name of Coke Studio.
Well,
and a lot of people are rooting for Asim Azhar in BTS. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, but go on.
Well, I think, as I said, the music has changed a lot, and the younger generation really likes the new musicians that we have produced in Pakistan recently. But you know, I'm still stuck on the 90s, to be honest.
Right.
I mean, I would still, you know, listen to Junoon, Vital Signs. Amir Zaki, Junoon, Vital Signs, or even Karwan. You know, those rock bands. You know, where the real music started. I would listen to them, you know, over these artists any day. Exactly. But at the same time, I must say that these artists have produced really good music, and they've you know, kept the music alive, music industry alive, because obviously there was a gap. A lot of bands were not performing, so there was a gap. They've filled it pretty nicely,
and they've done a wonderful job, and you said it very rightly.
So Junaid, before we actually do wrap up the show, one last question: where do you see yourself in the next 5 years as a musician?
Well, hopefully, I'll still be performing,
Inshallah.
and some good new songs coming out. Yeah, so I'm actually working on one of the new songs.
Right. Are you going to do
video.
solos or just stick to the band?
Well, I think we're gonna do both because
Okay, okay.
it's not like we can choose. If I have a composition that I want to do it with the band or just separately as well,
It's your
the
choice.
music has to be there.
Right.
It has to
right.
come out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So you actually think about the song. You're actually going to wrap up the show for us.
Yeah,
because
I
you're
have
going to do it
a
with the
new song coming up. I'm making a video, inshallah, next month, which
Right,
is already
we'll just
started.
announce quickly the links to our social media pages and then you can take the stage.
Sure.
And you have been really loud in my ear today. Very loud.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, like every other day, we really hope you learned something and you actually enjoy the performances over here as well. Well, I hope you have an amazing day ahead. Do remember our entire team in your prayers. Write to us on our Facebook, Twitter and YouTube with the name of.
Well, this morning,
And the repeat of this particular show you can catch
5
at
past midnight, ladies and gentlemen, it's our collective responsibility to make sure that we promote talent because we have a lot of talented people who are self-taught in the first place and they made sure that whenever life did happen to them, they are going to come out stronger. And Junaid is an example of that. And we will be out there always promoting and voting for you too as well, vouching for you. So whenever in the next 5 years, wherever you see yourself, you're always more than welcome to be back over here on PTV World and World this morning. Till the next time, look after yourselves. Junaid, take it away.
ये मौसम सुहाना है, आओ जरा हमें भी गले से लगा लो जरा, के मौसम कहे समा थम जाए और चलता रहे ये उल्फत का जहां, ये मौसम सुहाना है, आओ जरा.
Wonderful. Look after yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Wish you best of luck. for
Thank
your
you so
latest
much.
release. When are we expecting that, by the way?
Well, we'll be shooting inshallah in October. So
Oh,
once the
inshallah.
video is done, so
Wonderful that is. So, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. Bye bye. Good morning.
Take care.